Who taught you not to believe in the Bible? How is it that you learned about God from the Bible, but now you don't believe the Bible, but you believe in God? Do that make sense? It makes sense. How? Why you don't believe in God? What made you stop believing in the Bible? Something made you say, nope, I don't want to follow that Bible. What was it? You said what? A lot of like what? Give me one contradiction in the Bible. Because you sitting here, you speaking on the word of God. You said the Bible contradicts itself, right? Give me one contradiction in the Bible. Prove it. Outside of the identity that God gave us, right? Read that. Revelation 1:14.
This is the book of Revelation.
Start at verse 1.
Chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
You see that? This is the revelation of Jesus Christ that we finna read. Because you said don't nobody know what he looked like, right? Or you said it don't matter. But I'm going to show you that God said it matters. Watch this. Read it from the top.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
This is the revelation of Jesus Christ, sis. My brother, read.
Which God
gave this revelation to do what?
Unto him to show.
To what?
To show.
To what?
To show.
God gave this revelation of Jesus Christ to show. To who?
Unto his servant.
You see that? So, how we gonna say it's not important, but God gave the revelation to show the people, to show the servants of God. Now let's get what Jesus was like. Verse 14, read.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So the Bible say Christ got white, woolly hair. White in color, wool in texture. Read.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet.
His what?
His feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
So sis, if you burn something, if something is burnt, what color is it? It's black. So what the Bible say Jesus looked like? He's black. So how can we say that his color don't matter? How can we say that his color is insignificant when the Bible say he's black?
Right.
It's in the Bible. So if we say that his color insignificant, we saying the Bible insignificant. You saying the black man insignificant.
Bring it up.
You understand? That's why a lot of people try to reject the true image of Christ. Because when they find out that Christ a black man, that means they got to look at every black man out here and see the same thing.
That's right.
You understand? You got to look at your father and see Christ now. You got to look at your brother and see Christ. You got to look at your son and see Christ now. But you know what the problem is? Our women, the black women, hate the black man today.
Bring it up.
Yes, they do. I didn't say all of them, but most of them do. You understand what I'm saying? They want this to be their God. Because you know why? Anytime something go wrong, they feel like they can call him. Anytime the black man don't act the way she want him to act, they feel like they can call him. I done heard women say that. Oh yeah, we call the police, that nigga get some act right. That's what the black women say about the black man. You understand what I'm saying? But our people need to understand that the black man is God on this earth.
Right.
You understand that? That's cool. But let me ask you this.
All black men ain't the same.
Let me ask you this. That's facts.
All women ain't the same.
I got you. But we talking about the majority of our people, right? Because the issue is not just with a few select people. The issue is with the majority of our people. And we understand a lot of our black men ain't acting right either. You understand what I'm saying? But it's a system that we fell victim to, and then we keep perpetuating all of the things that's destroying us. You understand what I'm saying? Give me Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. Let me ask y'all. I said most black women hate black men. That's what I said. And then I said a lot of black men ain't acting right either. You understand that? it's cool. That's why I said most. I ain't say all. You understand what I'm saying? But let me ask you a question. You believe in God? What today is?
Absolutely.
You go to church?
I don't. I'm looking for a church home, though.
You looking for one? What's the Lord's day? What day he say you got to come in and serve him on?
It should be every day, not just Sunday.
Nah, but what's his day? What day did he sanctify and hallow?
Shit, well, my understanding was Sunday.
Nah, let's get it. Exodus 20 and 8. That's what a lot of us think. Because the pastors told us that, and the white man told the pastors that. That's what all these doctrines in the Christian church, they come from our slave masters.
Right.
You understand that? And these are slave doctrines. Christianity, Church of God in Christ, Baptist, what is it? Y'all ain't got the signs? We ain't got the signs? All right, read this. Exodus 20 and 8. Watch this. Read. Listen to this, sis. Read.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
So God said, what's your name, sis? Who? Nook. The Bible said, remember the Sabbath day, right? Watch this. Read.
To keep it holy.
We got to keep the Sabbath day holy. So it's specific things that God told us that we got to do on the Sabbath day, right? Watch this. Read.
6 days shalt thou labor.
So he said 6 days we do all our labor, read, all the things that we want to do, right? Read.
And do all thy work. But the Sabbath day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
So the Sabbath day is the Lord's day. That's the day he set aside for everything to stop. No, what's the first day of the week? No, it ain't. Pull your phone out. Right, Sunday the first day of the week. So the seventh day is what? You said what? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then what? Saturday. So when the Lord's day? It's today.
What?
You see that? Today the Lord's day, right? You know why? Because they the damn devil.
Right.
That's why. Only the devil. It do make sense, don't it? It makes sense, right? Today. All right. Yeah. It do make sense. It make all the sense, right? So only a devil, listen to me, sis, only a devil will go in this Bible and see that the Sabbath day is Saturday, but tell you it's Sunday. Only a devil would do that, right? You understand? Watch this. Give me Nehemiah chapter 10. So what we not supposed to do and what we supposed to do and what we not supposed to do on the Sabbath day? Do you know? I know you don't know, so I'm gonna show you. All right? I'm gonna show you. You said Nook, right? Sis? You said Nook, right? All right, check it out. Yeah, you good. Watch this. Nehemiah 10. Watch this. Read.
This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 10, verse 31. And if the people of the land bring ware of any victuals on the Sabbath day.
So it say if the people in the land bring ware of victuals, right? That's things to sell to you, right? Read.
To sell, that we would not buy it of them.
See that? On what day?
On the Sabbath or on the holy day.
Read it again from the top.
And if the people of the
You listening? Watch this. Read.
And if the people of the land bring ware.
Listen, hold on. Listen closely. Pay attention to what's being said. This is important right here. Because today the Sabbath day, right? This is important. Watch this. Read.
And if the people of the land bring ware of any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell.
To do what?
To sell.
So if the people bring anything to sell on the Sabbath day, read.
That we would not buy it of them.
See that? So we're not supposed to buy anything on the Lord's Sabbath day.
That's right.
You see that? Why the pastor ain't never said that? They not gonna say it. They all about that money. You understand? So listen to me. Listen to me. Where you going? You gotta what? And do what? We just read. We just read it though. So hold on. Let me ask you this: is whatever you finna go in there and do, is it more important than your connection with God? Absolutely not. So why you gonna go? You just heard what's going on, bro.
Don't choose me out of all
Nah, sis, you ain't the first person I talked to.
No, absolutely. And
I'm gonna tell this brother the same
I ain't
thing.
beefing with you like that. Yeah, it's crazy that the Lord's Day supposed to be on a Saturday instead of a Sunday like they preach it.
It is the Sabbath day. It never changed.
Yeah.
The white man told you it was something different. The Lord's Day always been the Lord's Day. We just ain't been keeping it. So if you know this your first time hearing something like this, why would you walk away from this continuous information that you about to receive?
It ain't the point that I'm trying to walk away. I'm already.
You ain't about to walk away. That's what you finna do. Give me that First Samuel.
I gotta continue on with what I'm doing today.
No, you don't. No, you don't. We shut. Hold on. I shut everything down for the Sabbath day. Don't you? Don't y'all?
Yes,
We
sir.
shut everything down for the Lord on the Friday. Listen, sis. Friday night sundown.
I can't stand right here forever.
I got you. But you ain't got to stand right here forever. Just listen to the word. All right. Watch this.
Where you gonna be at next?
We don't know. But watch this. Where we at? First Samuel. Watch this. No, First Samuel 2. I got you. What's going on, my brother? What's happening? What's your name? Craig, I want to show you something real quick. Watch this. Read.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 2, verse 3.
Bring it up.
Talk no more so exceedingly proud. Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth. For the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed.
You see, God said he a God of knowledge and he only weighed actions. Because what black people like to do, we like to talk. We like to talk a good game. I love God. I got a relationship with God. You understand that? I do right. You know what I'm saying? Whoop, whoop, whoop. But God said he weighed actions.
Right.
Are we doing what God said? Because a lot of us think we doing good because we do good to other people. We might help somebody take some groceries in, or we might loan somebody some money, or we might give somebody some food that's homeless. But are we doing good to God? That's the question. How we gonna give me 1 John 5 and 2? How we gonna do good to anybody if we ain't doing good to God? That's true, but we gotta love God. How we gonna love our people and we don't even understand God? We don't even know God. We don't even love God. But how we know God though? You can't just walk around here and say I was made in the image of God and still keep doing what you want to do. I'm gonna show you something. Let me show you something before you go. I'm gonna show you real quick before you go. Watch this. 1 John 5 and 2. Are you listening, sis? What is love? You don't believe in the Bible? Why not? Who taught you not to believe in the Bible? You said what? You don't want to answer. So, you believe in God? You believe in God? All right. So, where did your concept of God come from? Huh? Church. The Bible. So, how is it that you learned about God from the Bible, but now you don't believe the Bible, but you believe in God? Do that make sense? It makes sense. How? Why you don't believe in God? What made you stop believing in the Bible? Something made you say, nope, I don't want to follow that Bible. What was it? You said what? A lot of, like what? Give me one contradiction in the Bible. Because you sitting here, you speaking on the word of God. You said the Bible contradicts itself, right? Give me one contradiction in the Bible. Prove it. Give me Psalms 19 and 7. See, you can't do it. You know why? Because you just regurgitating that. You didn't come up with that on your own. You heard that and you ran with it. You wasn't the first person to say the Bible contradicts itself. You heard somebody else say that.
Bring
but
it
you never asked them to prove it. Because if you did, they wouldn't have showed you. You know what I'm saying? If you did, then you would be able to show us. But you didn't, because they couldn't prove nothing. You understand? If I tell you something, I'm gonna show it to you. If I tell you the Bible ain't true, I'm gonna show it to you. Or if I tell you something about the Bible that is true, I'm gonna show it to you. But watch this. Read.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 7.
This is why black people don't want to follow the Bible. Watch this. Read.
The law of the Lord is perfect.
See that? Because they don't want to keep God's laws. That's all it is. But that's what what the black man, the black woman don't want to say. They don't want to say, oh, I just want to be evil. I just want to do what I want to do. I don't want to keep the commandments. Instead of saying that, they want to say, oh, the Bible contradicts itself. Oh, the white man wrote the Bible, so on and so forth, right? But they can never prove the contradiction. They can never go in the Bible and show us any contradictions in the Bible. Watch this, read.
The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul.
God's laws is perfect. What is contradicting about thou shalt not kill? What is contradicting about thou shalt not steal? Thou shalt not commit adultery. Don't covet your neighbor's wife, his goods, so on and so forth. What is contradicting about that? Because when you read throughout the Bible, that's what's being said over and over and over again.
What is a nation?
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.